Hello everyone, it's me, Hikari, and I'm here to give a demonstration on some different stretches that I thought would be beneficial for relief. I think I'm going to show a few progressions as well for some of those that aren't able to quite get into the movements that I'm going to be working in, just to kind of help out. And I'm only going to work on about 3 or 4 movements tonight, so kind of give you a little something to start with, but nothing too hard, again, nothing too crazy. Just some good stretches that should loosen things up and allow people to have the ability to heal. All right, thank you for watching, and I hope you find something beneficial out of this. I'm now going to give you a basic stretch, something that's simple, something you can do on the go. In fact, I actually use it quite a bit when I'm on hikes or if I'm getting ready just for a warm up and an exercise, or even during the exercise. I stand with my feet about shoulder width apart, hands out. And you can go back as far as you can, but it's okay to stop right behind you. And you're going to bring that around back to center and do the same thing with the other hand. I'll show you what that looks like again a little bit faster. Feet shoulder width apart. Now, this is a stretch that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, and it is a wonderful stretch for pretty much any occasion. This one, you're going to stand with your hands, with your legs shoulder width apart, and you're going to slowly get on all fours here. If you can get your feet or your hands to be planted firmly on the ground, slowly walk it out. You will feel this engage your calves. You will feel it engage your glutes, your thighs. I'm going to ask you to remember to try to keep your abs as tight as possible as you walk it back. And again, an exercise that you can rinse and repeat. So one of my favorite stretches to do is just the basic stretch with your legs. One is bringing it straight out to hold and bringing it over to stretch. We're going to do the same thing with the left leg here. Hold it up, out, and release. Doing that a few times should loosen up inside your hips. It should also work on glutes. Probably something that you're going to definitely want to do if you ever do hit a leg day. I find that to be super beneficial myself. Once again, now another good exercise that you can do is seated. I start by one foot out, the other one directly behind you, and then just take it and rotate. Loosens up your spine. It's a wonderful exercise before you get ready to do any kind of lifting. I would even say any kind of running, gymnastics, anything like that. Same here, front leg out, leg behind you, and you'll feel the stretch. And that particular exercise you can rinse and repeat as needed. Next, I'll be teaching you how to do a back bend. This is also an exercise that I would highly recommend doing the progressions first. The progressions will allow you to build that upper body strength. It is something that needs to be worked towards. For those of you who are already a little bit more advanced or intermediate on that level, go for it all the time. I think it's just a wonderful exercise to do. It will loosen up your back in a lot of ways. It's why I don't have nearly as much back pain as I used to. I'm going to start here on the ground, and you want to be flat. What I recommend is to make sure that your legs are in perpendicular to your body. You don't want them out. You don't want any arches in your back. You want to be completely flat. You're going to work on bringing your hips up and hold it. Bring it down and repeat. You can hold these for as long as you feel you need. Eventually, you will get to the point where you'll be able to take your hands behind your head and lift up. That'll be the full back bend once you gain that. I'll bring my legs in a little bit closer. Put my hands here and we lift up. You can feel all the pressure coming off. Flat, once more. All right, you guys, so I've got one final video for you tonight. I'm just gonna show you one particular stretch that I have recently come across from a friend of mine who gave this to me, actually tonight, which is wonderful for back pain. So for those of you who are having lower back pain, particularly in here, sometimes in your glutes, you'll feel that area, also in your groin. This particular stretch will help you with that. So. We'll start out with both knees as close to your chest as possible. Make sure you keep your toes up. Keep your back flat on the ground. And you're going to push out and resist. Bring it back in as you're resisting again. This exercise can be done with a partner. In fact, I recommend doing it with a partner. All right, so we're going to put your feet down. I'm going to keep one as flat on the ground as possible. In this case, it'll be my left leg. I'm going to take my right, and again, resistance. I'm going to bring it as close to my chest as possible, and just hold. Push out with resistance. Once again, hold, and bring it back in, and hold. Go ahead and switch legs now. I'm going to put the other leg, the opposite that you were using, on the ground. Toes pointed up. Go ahead and grab your knee and bring this in. Just like before. This gets easier the more you do it. Push out with resistance. And bring it back. Hold and push out with resistance. We'll let those legs rest for just a moment. Gonna go back into that back bend I was teaching you earlier. And just hold. You can go as high or as low as you're comfortable going, but just hold. I'm going to bring it back down gently. And there you go, my friends. I hope that this was beneficial for you and that you were able to gain something from it. I know I actually enjoyed doing this. It was the first time I put something together like this. I appreciate you, Otori, for recommending me do this for the page, and I hope that everyone can find use for it. Thank you very much, guys.